The lockdown surprise. There was once a girl who was almost 6 years old. She loved to be active. She woke up with a bounce and, if possible, hopped, skipped, and jumped all day. She loved doing different games with different friends in different places at different times. She spelt move with a capital M, dance with a capital D, run with a capital R, and fun with a capital F. But this was lockdown, COVID style, and she was worried. Like most girls of her age, she loved to play with others. She loved to race with them, dance with them, sing with them, and laugh with them. This is what she liked best. But this was lockdown. Of course, all her friends were in lockdown too. It so happened that there was a new baby in the house. What great timing! And because of lockdown, her mother and father were staying with her grandparents. This meant that there were 5 other people she could play with, even in lockdown. So she thought she would never need to play on her own. Obviously, grown-ups are not always as much fun to play with as her friends, but they would have to do. Lockdown meant homeschooling. It was fun, but also a reminder that she missed her school friends. The girl thought the baby was great and loved to help bathe him and cuddle him and giggle with him, but he did spend a lot of the time sleeping. One day, she asked her mum to play with her, but she was feeding the baby. Her mum said, "You could play on your scooter, or do some painting, or a jigsaw, or read a book." The girl said, "Yes, but who will play with me?" Her mum said, "Well, you may need to play on your own." The girl went to see her dad to ask him to play with her, but he was busy working. "What shall I do then?" she asked. He said, "You could play on your scooter, or do a painting, or a jigsaw, or read a book." She said, "Yes, but who will play with me?" So the girl went to find her granny, but she was busy sewing. The girl said, "What can I do?" Granny said, "Well, you could play on your scooter, or do a painting, or a jigsaw, or read a book." She said, "Yes, but who will play with me?" Then the girl found Papa, but he was busy under a motorbike. "I know," she said. "Play on your scooter, or do a painting, or a jigsaw, or read a book, and on my own." So the girl played on her scooter, on her own. Then she painted, on her own, and finished a very difficult jigsaw, on her own. And still they were busy. The girl remembered that they had all suggested she read a book. She was learning to read and liked being read too, but reading a book on her own felt as lonely as being sent to a tiny island lost in the ocean. Books were boring and lonely if you had to read them on your own. "I'm bored," said the girl. "Bored, bored, bored." At her side was a book. She was so bored she started flicking the cover. "I'm bored," she said to the book. Then the girl saw something under her finger. these words: "There was a girl called Jane. She had golden hair." The girl thought, "Who is this person called Jane? I wonder what she's like. I wonder if she has friends. I wonder what she likes doing." She wanted to find out, but she was on her own. Who would help her read? She started to read by herself. And even though she did not understand every word, she was enjoying Jane's story and Jane's friends. It was such fun. There were adventures, camping, rafting, sailing, and it was as if she was there with them. And these friends were different. They were not in lockdown and were having adventures. It was like she was wrapped in a warm blanket with them, with her new friends. Wow! These new friends and these great adventures were in a book. They were so real. She loved seeing the book in her bag on the hook. It was like all her friends were with her. And in the evening, she loved having the book under her pillow. Wow, what a lovely surprise! And in a book, in lockdown. It was like a pathway. The book was leading her into a wonderful new place and time and space and fun. She still loved to be active, but now, even on a wet day, when she could not play out or no one was there to play, she found she was with friends in the book. Her parents were delighted to see her reading, enjoying reading on her own. They found her in all sorts of places with her books, and she was lost in adventures with friends. She was finding that books had ideas that were like seeds sprouting. And reading was like having the key to open secret doors. Books were like a blank canvas with all sorts of pictures to be found, and like a gate into all sorts of fun things to know, like the place where heaven touches earth in wonder. The power of the word. And the girl thought, wow, I was not expecting to find that out in lockdown.